All right, I have a question. All right, so when it comes down to, you said just going into an actual audition and just showing up, that's where it starts. But what happens like on Actors Access and backstage where they see a headshot and they just bypass it because that's not even their look. So how do you actually get an opportunity to go in there and show who you are when
they don't want to waste your time.
But they just said, I mean, the whole thing is about, they always talk to actors about, look, living to the experience. It's all about experience, it's all about individuality. But then, just like he said, half of the actual writers don't even live in the actual experience. They live in Orange County. All they do is drive and stay so how do you actually live into
But you know what? Yeah, you know what? So, I mean, in cases like that, right, where the writer, you know, when, like with Actors Access, where you might get typed out just from your picture. Okay, that's one thing. But the other side is like, you know, one of the beauties about the festival is that every night you have a guarantee that there are going to be playwrights in the audience who are watching you. You have directors that are in the audience watching you. And a lot of these playwrights and directors, from seeing the actors, they write plays for those particular actors that they've seen. But you know, in any situation, at the same time, you've got to use it to network. You've got to be prepared. Have your you know, your packages together. Send it out to agents. Even when you're not performing, you should always be keeping in contact. Try to build a personal relationship, just like a friend. You know, you send a personalized card to them to try to get to know them. People work with people they like, whether you admit it or not. Sometimes, if you have to do another show, like you see Penelope Cruz works with the director over and over again, I mean, she's good, but at the same time, you know, I'm sure if she was a real diva and difficult, depending on the temperament, they wouldn't work with her. So, you know, you've also got to be easy to get along with.
I'm living proof that happened. I got cast. I was not cast in the festival. I auditioned. I got called back, and I auditioned for Joe. And he didn't cast me. He cast you. Hooray! And it ends good. It ends good. So he didn't cast me. He liked my performance, but he didn't pick me, and that was okay. And I was upset that I couldn't be in the festival. But then on Christmas Eve, I get the call that he got picked to do this, best of, and I didn't even have to audition. And the reason why was because I had a good audition, and we got along, and, I think he knew I wasn't going to be a diva, and we were going to have fun, and he wanted to work with me. And I'm living proof that you have to show up, you have to, getting a callback is so important. My teacher always tells, it's all about the callback, it's all about the callback. And, because you get to know somebody, so I talked to you, we got to know each other, and that's why I'm here tonight. I feel very lucky today, thank you.
You know what? You always have to do your best because you never know if that casting director might have you in mind for something else.
Right, yes.
You might not be perfect for that particular part, but later down the line, it's like, oh, I remember this guy. All right.
That's right.
Bring him in.
That's one of the things about this industry that both is glorious and makes you crazy is that you never know what's going to mean what.
You never know.
You audition for one thing, you don't know who the other person is in the seat. Suddenly, 6 months later, they're like, or 6 years later, I remember you from that time. And that is crazy because it has you sitting on the edge all the time, but it keeps you hopeful.
Right.
Yeah. So if you do show up, just more people see you.
You never know, you show up and you remind the guy of his ex-wife that he has. And he won't catch you. That's true. When you can be great.
That's also how I got cast. Well,
as the ex-wife?
No.
No, the homewrecker.
Homewrecker and ex-wife.
But no, I was doing a background scene in Precious. And Lee Daniels that cast me said I remind him of his sister. And that's how I got
See, there you go. That was a good one. See, sometimes it can work against you, but that was a good one.
And I love him. He's one of the best directors.
What does his brother look like?
Lee Daniels' brother?
Look like me? Fingers crossed.
He wants to get it wrong.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot.
I know.
It's not going straight to the doctor. Get
No,
all of them.
Put me in the movie too.
But yeah, he said, "Do you remember me and my sister?"
Very cool.
Another thing to look at is that actors got to realize as soon as you walk in that door,
that's right.
You never know who's watching. The person, the receptionist is watching. A lot of times, the person who's running your audition, they want to find out what is that actor really like. People put on a different face when they enter that room, and it's good to find out what were they like when they were in the waiting room.
Exactly.
Were they difficult? Were they a diva?
With Lord knows. One of the directors, Michelle, said that she was at my audition with you, Van, and she said, she was talking about something. She said, and she can sing too. I was like, wait a minute, when did I ever sing for you? She said, no, I heard you when you were auditioning for Van. I thought she was another person auditioning.
Yeah.
You really just never know.
Yeah, and also she said, you know what, each of you girls, I'm glad I picked each of you because each of you fit your characters. Remember she was talking and saying that to us? Each of us, you and Drea and myself, we all fit every character.
You fit the house like a homewrecker?
Oh yeah, I am, right?
Yeah.
I'm the seductive.
Just embrace it.
We're gonna cut that.
There you go.
It's the movies.
My dude, that's it. I see that.
You tip people. You tip
What?
people.
Leaving me out? Leaving me out because I'm a girl? What's the matter?
That's all, girl. You tip people. You have a cool chemistry.
Right, cameraman?
You learn something new every day.
Oh, but you know, I'm nothing like the character that I play. Though.
That's good.
I stay home. I'm home. I read my lines. I watch television.
And
I
you got an accent too.
Yes,
It's a wine accent.
No. I can tell you future. I can. And I learned from my sister Claire. My name is Tia. But them never put me on because she steal my. Where you going with my friend? I know that because
You from the island, man.
I am
I'm from the island too. Rude boy around here. Yes, I used to have dreadlocks. And I just cut it off because the man wanted me to cut it off. Yes, the rude boy, the bumbleclot boy.
Your mother named Rosemary. Your mother, I know.
Yes, my father used to fish down by the island in the water. Yes. Wow. I knew you. It's another show.
It's the next festival.
We talk later.
In August, called Me Know You. Me Know You.
No, it's called Me Know You Win. Well, as you can see, they have been drinking. That was done in like in an hour or something. What is this? You don't like tomatoes?
There's a lot of tomatoes.
Nobody had any salad.
I had a little bit because I'm not. I take from everyone.
Tia had some salad.
I got a little carrot, little broccoli. Well, I didn't mess with the broccoli. That makes you belch. I don't mess with that.
You told me that after I ate it.
I know, but
You're real sweet.
And you know what? And I had a broccoli and I'm
Cauliflower? You mean cauliflower?
That's
what I call this?
That's you call it
Cauliflower.
What did I call it?
You said broccoli.
Broccoli. Shit.
It's that wine. It's that Carlo Rossi. Make you see
That's
something.
what it is.
That ain't the Rossi don't do that.
Okay.